Ciao, Leos. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Eccentric RockStar'Seed. And somebody loves your house, Leo. Somebody loves your whole setup, okay? I'm here with some very brilliant, vibracious. Is that a word? Or you have your own lingo, Leo? Okay. Well, I'm here for some vibracious. I want some of them vibracious. I want to learn something vibracious today. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Of course, you can have some, but you have to be quiet, okay? Okay, Leo. Let's see you with the overall energy. I got some intuitive messages. First of all, someone loves your green hair, okay? You're a bike rider. You love bike riding because it releases endorphins. That's your way of being consistent with your exercise. You could be given a lot of grand opportunities. You travel the world a lot. You're a creative writer. You're an artist or a singer, a painter, a chef, an artist by way of you're very passionate about what you do. Singer, painter, chef. You encourage people to be greater. The way you say farewell to your friends, you don't say goodbye. You say, don't turn into salt. Don't turn into salt. It's a big deal why you say that, because you encourage your friends to be great. If you're already great, you encourage your friends to be greater. So what that means when you tell them is don't look back. Don't let the past hold you back. Keep moving forward. Keep being your best authentic self. But I get a message that you're being met with resistance about who you are, who you're meant to be. Like you're moving on different avenues. I hear avenues. It's such a fancy way of saying you're opening new chapters in your life, okay? It's something about your brand or your expertise, and someone's trying to like dim your light. So you're expanding onto different avenues, okay? You're expressing yourself in other creative ways. You collect treasure through your travels through the world. You collect what you call hidden treasures. It's a lot of gold. I see a lot of like gold fixtures. The way your house is set up is very eccentric. It's very different. You know, it just tells a story. Every unique piece is special, and it tells a story about where you've been, and it has an experience attached to it. Yeah, you backpack throughout the world. So, let's see. Let me meditate for a second. Let's see what the overall energy is. A lot of green. Your colors are a lot of different hues of green. Mustard, that mustard yellow, orange, black, brown, cream. You wear like the zigzag patterns or zebra patterns of brown and cream together, or black. Svadhyaya, but it came out in reverse. Why did it want to come out in reverse? Is somebody trying to block your intuition? You see that eye on there? Okay, this is my yogic deck. But it came out in reverse, so we're going to see. What is that, Claire? Yeah, exactly what I said. This is about your throat chakra right here. This blue card, this is Vishuddha or something like that, but it came out in reverse. Somebody wants to silence you. Leo, who told them what they said was law? That's why you're moving into a different space. Yep. Let me meditate on it, okay? Okay. All right. As you know, this is about self-study. This is about your throat chakra. Give me a second. Somebody trying to block your voice. You said something right, and they both came out in reverse? All right, so what it really talks about in reverse is about who are you? You asked the question. I think you asked someone who's supposed to be in some superior position, someone of some authoritative position. Not an authoritative figure over you, but an authoritative position. You asked them and said, well, who are you? Who are you? You know, it may sound like an abrupt question, but it's one you should be asking yourself every day. Oh shit. See, this is with the blunt, passionate truth. Okay, I see where this is going now. Okay. We don't ask ourselves enough who we are. Someone was like, pardon me, excuse me. Okay, yeah, ciao ciao. Okay. Well, let's take this conversation in a different direction. Let's get directly to it. Is how you're coming off. It's like we take on versions of ourselves that other people sized us for. It's like you don't let nobody box you in. In truth, you're not your personality. That's just temporary for what the life experience is or the ever-changing facade you're used to interacting with according to people's perception of you, the outside world, so to speak. This is like you like to teach people how to go deeper. Something with the message about encouraging people to be great. If they're already great, you teach them to be greater. You're anti-complacent. I wonder if I want to name your reading that. Okay, let's keep going. The self is beyond like personality quizzes and stuff like that. Like this self is the infinite soul. I don't even know if you like to consider yourself a Leo. Maybe you do to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be boxed into anything. Like who cares what it is? Just enjoy it. One that exists across experiences like the bodies, the personalities, and even lifetimes. You regain the touch with this deep-seated self by doing things. Yeah. You sound like a doer, Leo. That make you forget who you are. Meditate, dancing, mantras. Spend time immersed in nature. Move past the mind. I got that. But when I was like kind of thinking about like picking up on your energy, I was getting like those premonitions and things like that. It's like you're not a dweller. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like love bites, but only when you are a dweller of negativity. It destroys the experience. That's your slogan, one of your slogans, Leo. You will notice your personality quickly shifts and anchors into your truth when you reunite it with your soul. Yeah, I see a lot of Whitney Houston. Like if you ever used to watch Whitney Houston perform All the Man I Need, the way she performed that song, she performed any song, and she's a Leo too. Was a Leo. May she rest. But this one particular song in specific, All the Man I Need. One thing about Whitney Houston, people used to think she's talking about a man. I feel like she was talking about God in so much of her music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for you, Leo, I feel like people may think they have you figured out, but you have that. You're very spiritual, and people don't dig that about you. And I think once you speak your mind, then you go for the gusto about who you stand for, what you want. Is there something you need to say, but you can't master up the courage to say it? You could have accidentally embarrassed somebody, and they tried to go out their way to mute you because you're being met with resistance about who you are or who you're meant to be. So I get that you're moving to a new space to grow yourself, to grow your expertise, to grow your brand, to be more, to keep it as authentic as possible. You want to keep you as authentic as possible, but it's not that you don't lack the heart. I feel like you could have made someone, it's like, remember that interview where they asked Jay-Z about something 50 Cent said, and he was like, get this straight. Nobody's afraid of 50 Cent. It was an interviewer. I forget who the big time radio personality was. And when they interviewed 50 Cent about his response, like 50 Cent was like, I'm not the one that made him feel like a punk. He needs to address the person that made him feel like a punk. Like, why did you feel like you had to say you weren't afraid of me? You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's like there's a challenge. It triggered. What 50 Cent was saying is like it triggered Jay-Z in a way where he felt challenged. Like you're trying to challenge my heart or challenge me like I have something to be afraid of because it's 50 Cent. And 50 Cent is like, it's not my fault. This person, his response is not based off something I said or did. It's based off of the radio person, whoever asked him the question about something I said, caused him to feel like that, caused him to feel triggered. You dig what I'm saying? It's something like that. I have no disrespect to any of these guys. I look up to all those guys. But it just emphasizes my point. I remember that interview in specific, and what just popped in my head. But you always tell people, it's like, if you want to say something, the moment it's in that moment, like right now in that moment to say what you need to say. Like you have to express yourself, begin expressing the divinity that exists inside your soul through the gifts that God has given you. So it goes back to what I said again. You're some kind of artist or creative writer. Like you can write your ass off, or can paint your ass off. You know, you can cook. This is, you make the simplest stuff look real extraordinary, real grand, real brand. Like stuff that people don't think that would go right or look right or to finish. Like you have to trust the process. And just like a Monet painting, it looked like craziness up close, but a far away it looks decent. But I think it's vice versa for you, Leo. You know what I mean? It's like whether it's the words, movement, food, art, or music, it's time to express yourself and let the truth echo through your own creativity. What'd you say? Go ahead, go tell him. Okay, go tell him. Good. All right. What's extraordinary about my Leo? We're gonna get to what's extraordinary. Where are you, Leo Diamond? Held. The sureness of soil, unseen help, support, and community. You're like the gift, like a gift from God. Not to patronize you or gas you up. That's not how I mean it. But you show up like that. Like nobody has the heart to just tell the truth and leave off the rest. That's you, Leo. You dig what I'm saying? It's like you look at this person, it's like your ancestors moved through you. You could have inherited this character like Big Mama from Soul Food, where you see it, if you could see it, this is like an elder, a grandmother, and she nurtures you. This is you, Leo. You know, I feel like this is your ancestors who moved through you. You know what I mean? Or something like that. That's not how I'm not move through you, but you embody a lot of the characteristic traits. Like the apple don't fall far from the tree. Even when stuff gets rough, like what's on the bottom is trust the seasons. You see, you peel back layers. Like we go through many changes, we as people, such as personality is just a facade of how the outside world is or isn't, and their perception of us. You dig what I'm saying? Embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. You're all about that life. So I feel like you're getting ready to branch into seminars, not even seminars. You're going to create groups of like in-person group studies about how people can tap into their highest potential or their inner star player. Yeah, Leo. Tell them. Yeah, Leo. I feel like this reading resonates with the one I wrote about being a black sheep. Like there's like, what is it? There's something about conformance, the sub rosa, hidden in plain sight. Nobody realized that the mysteries, learning and teaching. You find something special in the smallest of things. When people are like petty enough to toss it to the side because they don't understand it. You could pick it up and instinctually read the energy off of it, read the history of it, why someone else created this piece, or why is it so important. This is why you collect a lot of what you consider hidden treasures of the world, like little fixtures around your house. Somebody really likes your house. Like it has a lot of character and a lot of like worldly experience. Like you're out of this world. And on the bottom, like what I say about the grandmothers. You see that? Yeah, you get a lot of it. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weaving. It's like they don't raise them up like you no more. Something with our generation, like you could be 30s, late 30s into your 40s, going into your 40s, but you don't look it, you don't act it by way of spirit. You like a very youthful spirit, mature mind, like you're wise. You know people who raised you, people raised you to have some sense, and you just really exude a lot of confidence. Release what doesn't serve you, okay? Don't be a dweller on negativity. It destroys the experience. You live in the moment. So let's get one on held, sureness of the soil. Somebody is like talking to you and really realizing your strengths. It's like, well, you come with a lot of integrity, Leo Diamond. And you got the emerald. That's about vitality, unity. You know how to bring the people together. You know, what you do is this is about successful love, stimulating loyalty, partnership, and friendship. It opens up that heart chakra. Leo, you operate a lot from your heart. You know, you heal that auric field with that unconditional love, hope, and joy. You know, with exuberance and lust for life. Can I stop right here, Leo? Because I think we get the point. It's like, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Maybe you have emerald diamonds in your house, but you definitely have different abstracts of green and gold. Royalties. It's a sign, like this represents, the emerald is usually a sign for new beginnings, a fresh step in life, radiating health, prosperity, vitality. You want to grow in the direction of your dreams. You want to nurture yourself along the way, and you deserve the riches that come with that. You dig what I'm saying, Leo? Your Venus could be in Sagittarius, or your Mars could be in Sagittarius too. So the shortness of the soul, unseen help, support, community. This is going on top of support and community. The way you show up, I told you, you're a prime example. Like the way you say farewell to your friends is like, don't turn into salt. It's something you mean by that. It's like, don't dwell on the past. Don't look back too much where you miss the moment. You have to make sure you're stopping and smelling the roses. Live in the moment. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss all the little hidden treasures and details of life. Oh, you're so strong, Leo. I appreciate you. Then trust the seasons. This is Onyx. This is on top of that one. This is about self-discipline and command. This is about your inner commander. You are strongly dispelling a lot of loneliness, self-doubt, and you instill a greater confidence in your decision-making. This is why people want to pay you for your expertise. You face your fears. You know that you have the power to overcome them. This is you give thanks to God, but my grandmother was nothing to play with. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of premonition, a lot of reiterating. How is the clairvoyancy? You could be clairvoyant. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear her. It's like she may have passed physically, but you always feel her presence or hear her. Like, I'm not trying to commit shirk or nothing like that, but it's just something about her presence was strong, and she had a strong influence on you, Leo. It represents the passing of time, the balance of like yin and yang, that feminine, masculine energy. It's a sturdy and solitary stone, and encourages you to break free from any unhealthy relationships in order to be autonomous. You're completely capable of making any decision for yourself. But your Saturn could also be in Sagittarius too. So I get a lot of, you live in a space where it's like a lot of tropical weather or spring weather. It's just very nice weather wherever you're at, whether you're in the United States or not. You like to ride your bike. It's like one of those Charleston bikes where it has the basket on it, where you collect your flowers and all that kind of stuff. Like, you get into nature a lot. So let's talk about the Sub Rosa. Hidden in plain sight, the mysteries, learning and teaching. I told you, y'all, you don't always need tarot cards to get, you just can read the message. Like, these are, this particular deck I'm using is called my Rose. This is my Rose Oracle deck, and it popped in my head. I saw one of my older readings from like 6 months ago. This reading was, I think I recorded it January, or uploaded it on January 2nd. And I had these cards. I'm like, wait a minute. I ain't used these cards in 6 months. Where are they? Like, I was very connected with these cards once upon a time. Why did I ever stop using them? Because energy is fluid. It changes. Sometimes you're called to do other things. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, let's keep going. So, what about Sub Rosa? What layers do they peel back? Like, people can ask you anything, and you speak passionately. If you don't have the experience, you're not afraid to say you don't have the experience. It's not like you're a know-it-all. You're just a believer, and you believe in yourself. Most Leos do, though. You dig what I'm saying? All right. Throw one out. It's like so relaxing. Here we go. Where I'm at. The Angel Phantom Quartz, about faith, healing, and renewed. This is like, you act as a direct connection to you, God. You teach people you got to have that one-on-one friendship. It's so important. And it's like a profound relationship with him. It's just more important than having human contact with people, because you better connect with people like that. It aids in overcoming that trauma. It addresses your inner child wounds. Like, don't get it twisted. We all go through stuff, and it's not something you get over, like traumas, your inner child wounds, repressed memories, negative emotions. It's like, it's not something, it sticks with you. because our nervous system is the first thing that's developed. So we're meant to feel things and learn from them. You know, it comes with wisdom, and that's why we have egos. However, when used in a healthy fashion, you know, you don't get over it. You may not get over it, but you do learn to get stronger about it. You dig what I'm saying? So with that, you come with that awareness. You teach people to be aware of what's driving you to act and do the things that you do. You know, you're dispelling addictions. You know, your moon could be in Capricorn. You know, it allows you to release yourself from trapped memories to gain your own personal freedom. You know, empowering yourself to write your own story. I said you were a creative writer too. Like, you make life fun. No matter what happens, you give people that inspiration. Despite whatever has happened to you in the past, you know, you teach people, you do owe that to yourself. Like, it's a hidden blessing in everything. I swear. Watch that reading about being the black sheep. You're going to realize there's a lot of huge blessings in being a black sheep. And I feel like this card about being hidden in plain sight, the mysteries, learning, and teaching. It's like we may get embarrassed about where we come from sometimes or where we've been through. Is nothing to be ashamed about. We all human. We all go through stuff. All right. The grandmothers, remember your roots. Remember who you are. Like, one thing she taught you is to never, you'll never struggle through identity crisis. You're going to walk out my house prepared. Do I want to take this? Ethiopian opal, rebirth. Reflecting the beautiful parts of your soul. Like, grandma, you see how pretty that is? All them bright flashes of color and revitalizing energy, full of joy. You know, it's about high vibration, able to soothe. It's like we come from, some of us culturally come from a massive amount of trauma and oppression, and we still manage to be full of joy. Spiritually, they couldn't break our spirit. They just bruised our bodies real bad and abused and tortured us for so long, or so much of it. Not trying to trigger anybody, but it's something they couldn't take from us, is our joy, our spirit. So for so much of it, you know, we bring a lot of harmony. We come with a lot of mind, body, and spirit. You see that? Everybody want to look like us. You pay Dr. Khan to look like us. Yeah. Okay. But this is a dispeller of unhealed karma from the past, and it clears the path for a rebirth. Like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. Shh. It's like a soul holograph. You dig what I'm saying? It can give you access to different timelines in your life, such as like seeing how you grew. What was the trials and tribulations of when your grandparents was young, your age, and stuff like that. What did they go through? You know, what was their karma? You dig what I'm saying? Like, from the past, the present, the future, giving all the parts of yourself the love that you desire. So you can have Virgo or Sagittarius in your Mercury. Like, you speak candidly and you teach. That's come with a lot of nurturing vibes. I was also drawn to this deck too, my intuitive night goddess, like Queen of the Night. I keep hearing all of Whitney Houston songs that's real, like, upbeat and fiery. Like, I'm every woman. Like, I don't care. Like, you can't listen to her music and don't cheer up. That's just me. All right, what else, Leo? How are we going to further amplify on these? Three of Pentacles. Mastering your craft, honing in on your craft, seeing where you're good at, seeing where you still need to grow. Perfection, work of perfection. And that's the three of Pentacles, collaboration. People want to work with you. They want to pay you for your expertise. Like, you give them a lot of clarity. There's a lot of purple amethyst in that card. They don't want to come out, but you can't rush a good thing. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get to it. 10 of Wands. What they say? What you say to your friends? Stop making all that noise. You're being disrespectful. Stop making all that noise. Shh. What you tell your friends? Don't turn into salt. Let the past be the past. Don't be burdened with things that are beyond your control. Work on it with the Three of Pentacles. What else? Page of Wands. You have news. You come with a lot of great inspirational news. You come with a lot of counsel. What's the Page of Wands? What else? King of Wands. There you go. Hold on, Leo. Sorry about that, Leo. So the King of Wands. I feel like the Page of Wands can represent to a king, to you being the King of Wands. The Page of Wands came out first. It's somebody who's starting out on a new journey, or is like seeing a lot of inspiration in you, or seeing how confident you are, how passionate you are. You got that zest for life. They would really like to learn, take advice from a fool. So I think with the Page of Wands is people starting their own spiritual journey, beginning on their own. They're doing their own spiritual cleansing. And I feel like the Page of Wands is not about immaturity. They're just inexperienced. They're still learning with the Three of Pentacles. With Ten of Wands, they're learning to drop the burdens. The Ten of Wands is a completion, but it wasn't worth it. You know, how they were already doing things wasn't really getting the message across. They could have been blocking their own blessings in the past, because if you take the 3 and a 10, 3 Pentacles, 10 of Wands, you break that down, that could be a 7. You dig what I'm saying? So how should I say it? I feel like you at one time could have been like it could have been a little misplaced. Your extraordinary talents could have been misplaced. We all go through our own challenges in life. So wanting to show up for everybody, end up being burdened. That's how you're able to set the example. So you at one time had to start from somewhere. Page of Wands is like, yeah, I speak more positivity over myself, and I know that God does not forsake people. So with that being said, you know, you've been doing this a long time. You're real mature and taking accountability for any kind of trauma or any kind of experiences you put yourself through. And what's on the bottom of that? The Ace of Cups, the bottom of the deck. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I give all the glory to God. That's why I feel like, that's why I said what I said. Like Whitney Houston, people think she's talking about a man, the love from a man, but I really think in so much of her music, she's channeling any burdens that were on her, or she might have been personal struggles that she might have been going through. I feel like she was singing about God. And you know how she sings with her hands like wide spread out from side to side. Her hands are all, like she surrendered. You get what I'm saying? Like, I surrender all my, you take care of me. Like, you're all the man I need. Even though we know God is not a man. Yo. But you get the point. Like, you know how to quiet your mind. You quiet your spirit. It's more than quieting your mind. It's so pretty right now. All that rain and lightning right now where I'm at. I feel like he's present for this reading to further amplify. Patience, 3 of Wands, is a virtue. And on that, it's the devil. Okay? The devil is about being that strong influence and beating the odds. You know, moving past what the environmental attitude consists of with the addictions. That's going right on top of the 10 of Wands. You know, you don't got to fall into you don't fall for the okie doke. The Star with the healing, the center of attention with the Page of Wands. Like, I'm taking a new route in life. Like, I'm totally honest, rigorously honest, because she has nothing on. She's modest, but still honest. She's unique. She's eccentric. You dig what I'm saying? Page of Wands is like, I'm going on that different, I'm taking life at a different approach, at a different velocity. No, that's too many. of Wands. Yeah, that's like if one used to beat you down mentally or spiritually, maybe you could have been beat down mentally or spiritually at one time. It's like you hit back. You stood up for yourself. These could also be gens. Nine of Wands can make you feel paranoid, could make you feel mentally imbalanced because, you know, your heart is being attacked, your spirit's being attacked. Hence that thing I said about 50 Cent saying it's not what I said, is the person who asked you about it, address how they made you feel. Okay, that's with the King of Wands. Okay. And the Ace of Cups, all the love you need. I'll say it like that. Queen of Pentacles, you're definitely operating from a healthier, stable space. I can't make this up, y'all. You balanced. You balance your checkbook. You balance the things you have in your house. They have meaning. It's not just a bunch of clutter just to say, oh, I can afford it, so I'm just going to fill my space up with a bunch of mess that's just truth with no logic. Everything has significance in your life. And what is that? Freedom with the Chariot card. That's what it's all about. Free your mind, and the rest will follow, like in Vogue. So, to further amplify, let's see, let's do this. I feel like it'd be wrong not to have gold cards in a Leo Diamonds reading, because they have gold fixtures in all my premonitions and things that you have collected from around the world. With the Chariot card, there's a spiritual journey for you. You were called to do it. You did it, and it paid off for you. Knight of Swords. Yeah, people who mentally try to put you down mentally with that smart, argumentative people, arrogant, tyranny, immature, sharp with their words, stroke and strike you, trying to make you feel like you're not good enough. You are a dispeller of all of that. Okay? Fool's energy. Don't turn into salt, y'all. Don't look back. Keep going. And the Emperor. It made you stand in your power. Oh, you took the first step, and God had the rest. And that yin yang energy. King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Practical, grounded, logical, yet passionate, spiritual. Queen of Cups in reverse is manipulative, emotionally manipulative, cunning, vindictive. Because it could be a negative person in your life, could be a man or a woman, could represent a man or a woman, but it could be a parental figure that just always made you feel like you were not good enough. And you just got away from that. Somehow you just took a leap out on faith and you became the emperor. The rest was history. You took charge. I feel like this is the same person with the Knight of Swords. Used to talk negativity over your life. You know, be emotionally blocked off, emotionally just disrespectful over yourself because you were made to feel like that at one time. You could have grew up in a dysfunctional space. To clarify that, you got big spite. Big spite. That energy represents timing is everything. You know, that couldn't be more true. It's an impeccable knack for right timing. Just like you said, don't turn to salt. The perfect time is now. It can encourage you to try new things and pursue an opportunity or change anything that needs an update. Outdated way of thinking. Don't talk reckless on yourself or to other people. You dig what I'm saying? It's a connection between your base chakras and your heart chakras, Leo Diamond. You dig what I'm saying? So, and it infuses you with that unconditional love for yourself so you can love others. And it encourages energy expressed as an action with the King of Wands, the Emperor, movement and progression to move toward true alignment between you and your soul. So you realize, you know, you update that's what's outdated with joy and it recharged your life. You know, you went out there with that youthful energy. It's like there's nothing negative about changing your career at your age, like, or just traveling the world at your age, or just taking yourself and all the negativity that you once came to the table with and turn it into something else with that Star card and the Page of Wands. You dig what I'm saying? It's like people want to pay you for your expertise, as I said before, and it puts you in the seat it puts you on a path. You realize even a negative experiences is significant and conducive to how I became the emperor. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't tripping because it made me a star. Like Young Dolph's song, when he's talking about his parents, his humble beginnings. Yeah, what happened to, whatever happened, I ain't tripping because it made me a star. My mother went through what she went through. Daddy went through what he went through, but it's okay. And I feel like so much of this is a parental figure who really just had a hold on your mental and your emotions. They really had a way of emotionally manipulating you. What the fuck was their problem? Doing that to their kid, putting them down, making you feel like you was unworthy, not good enough, like you didn't fit in, like a black sheep. You dig what I'm saying? And you took all that and started over, and this who you are, Leo. Yeah, you're a dispeller of confusion. Like, you know who you are, and you may not have always had the courage to act on it and speak on it. Now you do, with the freedom here, with the chariot here. Yeah, you do. You freed yourself. And here go the Queen of Wands with the King of Wands. Balance a yin-yang energy. It don't have to be a partnership. It's just you balancing your energy, balancing your receptive energy, what you will or will not tolerate, and taking accountability for what you will or will not tolerate. So I feel like these are all your energies. It's a balance of so much of what you come to the table with is valuable. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, that's the most valuable thing you come to the table with. Is none of this is possible without God. That starts the whole conversation, and then it shapes the energy to be what it's going to be, and it draws the people in. So you are led to do this. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that God doesn't forsake you. I'm proud of you, Leo. So I hope that you really like this reading. It's strong-minded, strong-spirited, and well-roundedly successful. Your vibration is high, so you're able to manifest and bring it to fruition with action, of course, what you want, what you feel like you deserve. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, Leo Diamonds. Until next time.